Okay. Let's start from the top. We have Super Saiyan Goku, and this is the day Gotenks releases, which means that Goku has received a nerf, Buu has received a buff, and Gotenks has come out. And I've had the pleasure of playing with Gotenks and Buu all day. So, starting off with Goku. He's got nerfed. His Hammer Fist got nerfed to 6 seconds instead of 4. So now, where does he rank, Oros? What do you think?
I would say that in 4 stacks, like in controlled play, he's probably still Z tier just because you will get every objective with him. But I feel like outside of that, he probably would be just like S.
Hmm. I mean, I
Again, I would
think,
have to look at the others to see like who would be in Z tier, you know?
yeah. I mean, I think that's fair. I still think he's like the single best solo carry character in the game.
They haven't nerfed his uh like defense up, like all defense up on Kyoken, which is the part of Kyoken that really feels really broken. So I think that because they didn't touch that, the nerf is not that bad. Like they lowered what, like his strike attack up, which is not as relevant as that tankiness that makes him really oppressive. But they did lower the duration for the Kyoken after you hit the skill, so I think he's like significantly weaker, but he's still like so strong. And that Genki Dama is just amazing. And they didn't really nerf his damage and burst damage, so he's probably still Z tier,
Yeah, I
just a
agree.
bit more manageable.
He still has the best secure in the game. He has insane mobility, insane defense, high offense. Didn't touch the Kamehameha, so it's like he isn't that much weaker. He is weaker, but he isn't that much weaker to where he is not still like top 2 characters on DPS at least.
Yeah,
Just
I
an
agree.
add-on. They also removed they also nerfed the movement speed, which is decent.
Yeah, it's
I would say
decent, but
Piccolo's actually really good.
I think he's like high S Piccolo. I think he's like
Yeah, I
really
would.
high S.
Yeah,
Piccolo has so much damage. He has a like really good mobility as well, and he can just melt anyone. He can one shot anyone in the late game, and you can't even see him. I think he is super
he's very
super
safe.
underrated. He's very safe as well, yeah, and he has
And
very
his
good
broken
secure.
in increased skill 1 damage is actually like insane
Yeah, he
for
one
him.
shots like even at like two points in skill 1. I
But
think
he's
this
hard
is
to play. That's the only thing that's keeping him back compared to like Super Saiyan 3 and other, like, especially Super Saiyan Goku, you know?
yeah, I agree. Frieza. I think Frieza is S as well, but I think he will be on the lower side of S, in my opinion, because he is very cheesy. And when you know what Frieza does, and when you respect that he's gonna backdown, you respect that he's gonna run instantly on objectives and just melt them, he's not really that hard to play against because you just kill Sabon, you know? So it's.
He's a macro check and like game knowledge check, and also I feel like he's also dependent on divine draws. Like he's a lot better in increased skill 1 or super start.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, on Superstar, he's really strong with Sabon. He basically wins lane for free, but he's still a very cheesy character that kind of tests your macro, as Oro said. And if you don't have macro, you're gonna lose. If you have, you're gonna like, you're not gonna really have a problem with this guy. Baby, I think it's fair to say that Baby is the worst tank in the game as of right now. He is just really, really bad. He doesn't really have any redeeming qualities, in my opinion. He's just really annoying in the late game because of his max skill 1 and his max skill 2, which slows and like giga AoEs. But his possess is so underwhelming. He just like, if you just ignore him in lane and the carry just goes on him, or you just go on the carry instead of him, he just doesn't do anything. He doesn't
You
heal
just have
enough.
to ignore him in lane. Like
Yeah,
if you just hit his DPS and never hit him in lane and you don't overextend, because when he possesses someone, if you have all your skills on cooldown, you will not be able to kill that person. So you just have to like back off. If you just respect that and you don't hit him like in lane, you'll be fine.
yeah, I agree. Zamasu, I mean, there's not really much to say, I think, about Zamasu. I think he's decent, like he's okay. He's better than Baby for sure. He at least has a, like a good early game and can actually play the game. And he has some good things about him. He has some good AoE, he has some slows, decent damage, but he's really tanky. So I think he's better than Baby for sure.
His ult is underwhelming. Baby's ult is better. Like Zamasu ult is like very easy to dodge, very underwhelming ability. I feel like.
Yeah, it is. I think Baby's ult is very bad as well, especially
Yeah, but
once.
like Zamasu is like somehow even worse. That's yeah.
Yeah. Oop.
I think
So
Ubi is good. Yeah,
I
like
think
A
Oop
tier,
is.
he's good.
Do you think he's A or S? I wouldn't mind putting him in S, because after like finding out how good he counters the meta, like how hard he is to lock down, I think he's like really strong. Just
I
not.
feel his ult is also strong. I feel like if you don't have like if they don't snowball early game, he becomes like S, like for
Hmm.
sure. If he can get to like later stages of the game, he is S. Like he is definitely like on par with Piccolo.
Yeah, I think he's better than Frieza for sure at least. This is in order, by the way. We will do it in order. Krillin.
Oh, he's
I
definitely A or S.
I think he's A just because of the like the amount of AoE blast damage there is in the game at this point. Like there's just blasts going around everywhere, killing all the mines. So it's, and especially how prevalent Super Saiyan 3 is in the game. He just really he really took a hit when Super Saiyan 3 Goku came into the game, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good. He's also like a game knowledge check. Like if you I prefer maxing third ability on him because versus good players, your first ability is very easily like played around. That's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. Dabura. Well, this is a bit of an interesting one. I think Dabura has actually risen up a bit for me, even though he has no teamfight potential and his late game is very mediocre. I think his laning phase is super strong and he has like a lot of potential to snowball in the early game.
It depends what you play against. If you play against Piccolo Super Saiyan 3 on lane, he does nothing. Like actually, like he just gets like pressured out. But if he plays against double melee, he is actually strong. Like he's actually scary
Yeah, I agree.
if people know how to play him.
Yeah.
Like if you spear first and yeah, know how to pressure. Like against melees, he's really good, but
That's
that's
why
pretty
he's
much all he
mostly
does.
run in like in bot lane as well. Because he is very good against tanks. Because he can just stand still and hit them if they don't respect him. But you can't really do that in top lane. You just get kited and outranged for the
Like
most
bot
part.
lane, if he plays against Piccolo and Super Saiyan 3 and he takes like spells to the face from range, he just gets pressured out, you know. But if you play against the melee, then yeah, he is good.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, now this guy. So, I've played a lot of Boo today. I played him before as well. Quite a bit. And he just got a massive buff today to his HP and his damage and also his heal range. And I honestly think that Boo has the best laning phase out of all the techs in the game. I am very inclined to put him into S tier. Genuinely, I think he is super strong. I think he
But he's at
is.
least A, I think.
I think he's at least A, but I think he's actually S. I think he's better than Frieza. I do think he's better than Frieza.
Do you feel like you get as much value from him if it's the buns, divine draw? Because like that's
Uh,
his one thing. Like he can always heal. You don't really have a like you don't lose priority just because your god is disabled. That's super strong on
yeah, that's
lane.
the thing. And it's a really low. It's like a 6-second cooldown as well, and the range is so long now because of the buff. So he's just really safe. He enables you to make such aggressive plays, and don't really get punished. So I think like he's super strong now, and his healing in the late game is insane. I think he's very good, and I think his kit has always been decent. His skill 3 is a bit underwhelming to me, but his ult has always been super duper strong. One of the best ults in the game. If you hit it, it can do wonders. It can carry a team fight alone, to be honest. Um, Android 18.
I
I
would say
think
A.
I think she's high A. because you can make her work, but she's just too fragile, and she just struggles too much in the environment, in the meta at the moment against the top tanks, because she has no way of countering their CC.
Goku getting nerfed is huge for like 18 and Trunks, like the other melee DPS. But I'll be honest, like she's like 18 and Trunks are even more dependent on like Gohan. I feel like if they have Gohan, they can actually kill. Especially 18 is very dangerous
Yeah.
on lane. But the problem is like her ult. As I said, you get to level 11, everyone has massive ults with insane impact, and then you have like a punch with some AoE
Yeah,
around
and
it.
you can even dodge it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this might be Satan's greatest soldier, Caulifla.
Top of Z tier.
She is
like,
unironically the most overpowered character in this game. She has the most broken ability in the game, the most broken mechanic. Provoke is insanely disgusting and very, very unskilled. This character nullifies any carry except for Oop, if you play Oop correctly. She will just ignore everyone, run onto your carry, and just provoke your carry, even provoke the Goku on objective, and he can't even Spirit Bomb on the objective because she's provoking. She is so overtuned, and I just think that there's no reason for her to be this strong at all. She takes no damage, she just runs at you in lane. She doesn't care about anything, she doesn't need to respect any fundamentals, she just kinda does whatever she wants. And I think
she
that's...
presses third ability and just walks away.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, by the way. Just walks away from like 3 people when she's getting low. And the only way you make this character look balanced is if you don't focus on spreading provoke, which is what you should be doing. And with that ultimate, like, you can easily provoke 3 people in a team fight, easily.
Yeah.
And her provoke lasts so long after she transforms, because I'm pretty sure the transformation extends the provoke status, and also if you hit people with your kick in melee range, you will literally be provoked for like what feels like 8 seconds or something. Like to me it feels ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I agree. And I think she is the best tank in the game as well. I mean, we both do. Like, pretty much every 90% of the high ranks think that Caulifla is just the best. Cooler is really, really strong, and I think he's close. But again, it's not really close because Caulifla just kind of breaks the game, while Cooler is the epitome of a solo carry tank, I think. He does good damage, he has CC, he has mobility, he has range, he has melee, and he has probably like top 2 ults in the game. So he has everything, but he just doesn't have that insanely disgustingly broken mechanic that Caulifla does. Even though he can dodge damage for free, which is very, very strong if you can time it well. Caulifla is just like a different breed, not gonna lie.
I feel like Cooler is like, it's like with Gohan and Hit. You know, he's really good if you're not gonna play in a 4 stack in a controlled environment with people you can trust. But if you can play like that, Caulifla just nullifies like at least 2 people on enemy team, and then you can just trust your team to do the rest. But Cooler, like by himself, has more damage and a better ult. So
yeah,
that's why people like playing him over her.
Yeah. Don't think we have to go into much detail about this guy, the funny guy.
An unplayable character, but bugged passive. His passive literally bugs because of third skill if they kill any soldier. I think, I'm not sure, no one is really sure. Everything he does is so slow. Everything has animation. Daima Goku can cast spells while like flying and attacking, and this guy has like 2-second animation on every single spell. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And even when he hits his spells, they do not have the impact of others, like better DPS characters. So you're putting so much effort for what?
Yeah.
And the worst ultimate in the game.
It's very, very bad.
Like Bojack mains don't even skill up his ultimate. Like, that says a lot.
Yeah. Next up we have Gohan. I think Gohan is probably the
C tier.
second. Think he's C tier?
Yeah, this character is actually broken. Actually broken. Again, if you play with friends in parties in 4 stacks, which is the way you should play this game if you want to have the highest chance of winning, this character does everything. Like, third ability nullifies any ult in the game, any like Kamehameha, anything if you use it at the right time. The amount of buffs and debuffs, this character is insane. It has everything. It's like an engaged support, but he also protects your team with various buffs and third ability. I mean, I honestly think that, and obviously he has the strongest laning in the game with anyone, like way stronger than Hit. So yeah, I honestly think this character is like Z tier, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. I think in the 4 stack for sure he is like the most consistent one because he is, as you said, he can do everything. He can backdoor, he can just CC you for eternity, he can defend his team. He basically does everything really well compared to any of the other techs in the game. Like Boo heals really
He has
well.
mobility, third skill is a jump, so you like go in second with second skill, jump back with third skill. Like, it's just, he has everything. Chain CC, a million buffs, like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's too
Low
much.
cooldowns.
Next up, Trunks.
I'll say he's A, but like bottom, like behind
Yeah,
18 for sure.
I think he's bottom A as well because you can make him work, and when he gets going, he can do insane. Like he just takes over a game if Caulifla isn't in it. Like even if Caulifla is in the game, he can take over the game and kinda do his thing and just melt everyone. But it's so hard to enable this guy. He needs
Other
so
characters
much.
can make other characters can make something out of nothing. He can't, but the others that above him can. If you look at any of the other characters, they can make something out of nothing. Like, they can, hit from range, or they're just like overall good, or have something that they're amazing at. He can pop off more than anyone else in the game, but he needs, like, it's conditional. Like, he needs certain things to align,
Yeah.
and he needs an opening, and you need a lot of like game knowledge, patience. It's a lot of effort, and it's not like, consistency is key in these video games, and he just doesn't have the same consistency that other characters have.
Yeah. Next up is Vegeta. I think Vegeta is pretty strong. I would say he's like high A for me.
For sure.
I don't think he's quite S yet because he is just very like weak in laning phase. He doesn't really do anything.
I mean, he's not weak himself. He makes the duo weak because the other two meta tanks can put a lot more pressure on his DPS than he can put on the enemy DPS. Because he's very self-sufficient. He's insanely tanky. Even with level 1 third skill, he recovers a lot of armor if he hits like the enemy tank and like 2 Cell Juniors at the same time. Like, he is very durable, very tanky, but he is selfish. That's why his early game feels bad.
Yeah.
Because while he's sitting there just like doing damage, he can be ignored. But Caulifla and Cooler cannot be ignored. They demand to be respected and for you to like space them and run from them.
Also the fact that Caulifla and Cooler both have CC and mobility while Vegeta doesn't have basically either. He has a pushback and he has the little bit, the small pull, which doesn't even count, I think, because you can just kind of walk out of it for the most part. But he just doesn't really do a lot early, which is kind of hurting him because he just has to respect the enemy tank so much while his DPS just kind of gets screwed over by him playing, like by him being Vegeta instead of the other two. So that's basically why he's here.
But I will say, like, he is really good at carrying, especially later. Like, really good.
Yes, he can be really strong. MINIGOKU, I think, is high S as well, like he was last time. He's like still really oppressive. He has a lot of damage. He has AoE damage. He has defensive tools with his skill 3. His ult, which can dodge any damage if you time it correctly, and it does a lot more damage based on the amount of damage you take. So he just has a lot of tools that makes him super oppressive, especially in lane. He's really strong. He has good range. He has very high damage. And also, he scales into the late game, doing the same thing, just doing a lot of damage, even without breaking flight, which is the most important thing about him. So I think he's just very, very high on the list. He can compete against the best DPSs in the game if you play him correctly. He's obviously not as strong because he doesn't have like a secure, for example, but he has everything else, I would say.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I haven't played him nearly as much as you did, but what I've noticed is you really don't want to use his ult to secure. It's the same with Trunks. Like, you want his ult to only be used on enemy, like, hero characters, and at certain, like, specific moments in a team fight. You don't really want to use it on a Nappa, for example, especially because it puts you in harm's way. Like, you cannot, like, if the enemy Super Saiyan Goku uses Genki Dama, you cannot just like try to get the Nappa with MINIGOKU, because if you miss, like, you will die 100% anyway, because you're gonna eat the Spirit Bomb head on, and there's like only a chance you even get the objective. So you don't want to use his ult like that. That is his like one weakness, I would say,
Yeah.
compared to like Super Saiyan Goku. While that's why Super Saiyan Goku is like C tier and he isn't.
Yeah, that is the main issue with Tamagoku, it's the securing potential. Cell, I think Cell is still very bad. I mean, he's okay. If you get transforming fast, he can be really oppressive, but Cell is just... He's
That
just
doesn't
too weak.
happen.
Yeah,
You
he's just
lose
too
every
weak.
lane. Like, you lose every lane Cell is in. Unless the enemies, like, turn their back, like, you're literally so useless.
Yeah, the worst thing is people can attack you while facing you, while running away. So he can't even... he can't even grab them when they're hitting him while running away, which is very bad for him because he just doesn't do any damage early on, and he doesn't have any HP early on. So he just gets rolled over by anyone. You can just walk into Cell's face, start hitting him, and you will win the fight regardless of who the
He's
enemy
like a
DPS
training
is.
dummy.
Yeah,
He's
he is.
literally a training dummy on lane at the beginning.
Yeah, he is. Android 17, I think he's gonna be bumped down to A tier for me. I think he
Maybe he
has...
will be good against, like, Boo.
Yeah, I mean, he might be good against Boo, actually, but as it is right now, he just feels kinda... He just feels like he does everything, but he does it to such a basic level that you can't really feel it. His shield is good, but it lasts for like 2 seconds, and then it's gone. So it's not really that good anyway. His anti-healing is good, but there isn't really a lot of healing in the game mid-fight, except for Boo now. And also, he's just very inconsistent. He doesn't really backdoor as well as the others. He's a team fighting character. His CC is very, very bad, and it's very short range compared to the others. So he
His
doesn't
second
really...
ability is so bad.
Yeah, it's really
Like,
bad.
it's like non-existent almost. That's how bad it is. Like, he has like, you can might as well just write it off as not having it.
But he has good range, and he has shields, and he can support your team. So he is still a good character. He's just nothing special, like everyone thought he was gonna be initially on release. Then we have Hit, who I think is the most unskilled tech in the game. He's really, really strong, but he can be played against. You can counter him. He isn't. He doesn't have the strongest laning phase. He can't really trade in lane very well if you play around the bushes and play around it. But he is so utterly unskilled, and he's so easy to pull off. He has point and click CC. With backstab, it's point and click CC every 2 seconds, permanent stunning. He can ult you, you can't see anything in a team fight. He just ults before any objective, and you have to respect it. He's just really, really obnoxious to play against, and he should be nerfed for sure.
I mean, if he's not top of S tier, like, no one could blame me for putting him C tier. Like, this character does everything. Like, it's just like the situation with Caulifla and Cooler. I think Gohan is better from the beginning of the game until the end if you play in a 4 stack. But this character hit, like that ult, if he hits 3 people, the team fight is over. Like you can't play the game.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just be stunned for 10 seconds. Like it's that broken.
Yeah, I agree. This character, man. Gammas are so bad. The Gammas are actually so bad. They have the most clunky movement in the game. Their dashes are not consistent. They are really slow. They're really clunky. And they just don't, like, they have so little HP early, even if they have 2 health bars. They just have so little HP. The damage isn't really existent early until you get your skill 3 maxed. And they're all this good, but you can only use the core breaker once per game. So they just lack so much. They're really just weak, undertuned characters, and their mechanics are so clunky. Their dashes, there's like a delay after every dash. It's just very inconsistent and really annoying to play with. It doesn't feel that good to pull off. So I just think they need some love. Maybe getting their abilities changed or something, but until then they just feel very lackluster, even though their ult can be very good in some cases. Kale, I think, is probably
For sure, S.
probably S. Yeah, I think she has the potential to be the best character in the game on Cell Junior because she has the easiest time securing it. Other than that, I feel like she's very easy to play around. She has the most telegraphed kit of all time. You know what she's gonna do. She's gonna press skill 3 and she's gonna press skill 1. And you can just kind of play around it and maybe don't stand on top of the Kai when it's half HP. So if you respect Kale's abilities, you can just kind of run at her and kill her because she doesn't really do a lot of damage up close. But she is really strong on EXL Junior because she just secures them for free without any competition.
Yeah, I agree. I think that in non-Cell Golden Cell Junior games, if you want to play this character, you should probably max her second ability second and just try to play her like an artillery mage. You know, that second ability is very low cooldown, it can be very strong. But I just think that the other characters are better than her. At least like the Gokus are better.
Yeah, I agree. Piccolo might even Piccolo might even be a
Piccolo might be better
contender. Yeah.
outside of like Golden Cell.
Yeah. And now the best DPS in the game, I think, in my opinion, at the moment, after the Goku nerfs, I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the best DPS in the game. He has everything except for a really strong laning phase, but the only DPS that has a really strong laning phase anyway is basically Piccolo and Daimagoku. So he's too safe, too much mobility, instant transmission all over the map. Dragon Fist is AoE, it's decent for securing objectives as well. His Kamehameha nukes you from off your screen. He has too many tools and he's too strong. He does too much damage, too safe. He's just too overtuned and he's really strong. And he is, in my opinion, the best character for DPS in the game at the
He has a
moment.
single weakness, like one singular weakness in the entire game, which is like significant. It's like the first objective is usually fought on level 5, usually, and he is very weak then. But laning, honestly, like the way the game is, you can just cheese laning anyway. Just try and play for last hits, back farm. You will get level 5 and you will eventually get your transformation level 7, unlock your Dragon Fist, and then level 8 where you put the third point in Kamehameha instead of ult, and that's when he starts really taking off. Until then, he's not as strong, but uh, yeah, like that's his only weakness, and how strong he is after and in general with instant transmission makes up for this like weakness. So you just have to try and bring the other DPS has to be something with like decent secure. like if you have Piccolo or Kale or Super Saiyan Goku as your other DPS, he's fine. You will be okay.
Yeah.
He's not that bad. Like he's completely fine. You just that's like his only weakness.
Yep.
And if he has a good early game, if he somehow gets transformation before you start first objective, I mean, you might as well just write off any weaknesses he has, because he can just burst the objective with Dragon Fist and a tap of Kamehameha.
Yeah. I think he is in dire needs of a nerf, and hopefully we'll see it. We probably won't, but hopefully. And now onto the last character on the entire list, the newest character, Super Saiyan Gotenks, the newest character in the game that I had the pleasure of playing a lot of games on today in on my main account, and he is good. I think he is good, but he has a couple of big weaknesses that are really, really easy to play around if you understand how it works. His skill 1 is a delayed stun, and the stun can be dodged by vanish, which is a big weakness, because these other characters like Gohan, even 17, has a stun that is instant, though, like when you hit it. And when he has a stun that is like a 3-part hit and then turns into a stun in the end, and you just vanish away, you just don't get stunned, and it doesn't really do anything. His ghosts can be really strong, but they get one shot by any beam in the game. I was playing Gotenks with my ghosts, and I played against the Vegeta. Vegeta's skill 2 would just melt all the ghosts instantly. They didn't even do anything. They just disappeared. His ult makes him stand AFK like a statue. His skill 2 is mega slow and doesn't pull consistently, and it also makes him stand AFK as well. His passive is good. Getting movement speed for yourself and your allies after a kill is really good for snowballing, even running away after a fight where you just gotta pick. His ult can be good. It has a really good effect where it makes one of the enemies, the last enemy to get hit, gets no skills, no attack for 5 seconds, which is really, really strong. But it's really easy to dodge because it moves so slowly, and it doesn't slow you. So he just has a lot of weaknesses, but he is still like a powerhouse because of him having a transformation, him having very good damage for attack, good mobility, good CC if you can hit it, and he just does a lot of things. So I think he's a very good, like, he is a good character for sure, but he just isn't really on par with the other techs, like even Frieza, Boo. I think those characters are just better than Gotenks. Gotenks' laning phase is good. His late game is pretty lackluster, not gonna lie. He like, his ghosts just don't do anything. His skill can do something, but they just vanish for the most part. A lot of characters just run double vanish nowadays. So it's very easy to play around him or against him, and but you can make him work for sure. He can be really strong, I think. And now Oros didn't really get the opportunity to play him himself, so
No, I
so you
barely
wouldn't,
know anything
yeah,
about
you
it.
wouldn't even know what he does, to be honest.
But his ultimate, like, I did get hit with it today, and that, like, no skills, no attacks felt like forever
Yeah,
when I got hit with it.
it is pretty good.
But if he suffers from the same problem as Krillin with his, like, bombs, like the traps, then yeah, like, there's so much spam in this game. There's so much, like, so many abilities flying around with small cooldowns. It can be rough having an ability that gets deleted by those.
Yeah, that is basically his main weakness.
And I was watching his, like, as you were speaking, I was watching his first ability, and yeah, like, I didn't know it only stuns at the end from watching, like, the trailer and stuff. Yeah, that looks like very easily dodgeable.
Yeah, it is as well. But I think the game is in a pretty decent state. I think there are just a couple characters that are really weak, that need some love. But I think for the most part there are a lot of good characters Like there are clear, like meta-defining characters like the top 4 here, which is probably the best team in the game. But still, you can play any of the characters in S tier and you will put in work and you will actually win even against the best team in the game, which is the top 1. So I think that there are a lot of opportunities for someone to even to counter the meta. I think Oob is the biggest counter to the meta. Like he counters Caulifla extremely well with his no obstruction on his skill 2, which makes him basically the best DPS to play against Caulifla, which is the best tank. So he is really good, and he might even go up on the list depending on what happens this season. But for now, I think I'm pretty happy with this list. Not gonna lie, I think this is a pretty good list.